Standing in the doorway, blocking out the light, trying to steal a minute from the coming of the night. Your bags are by the sofa, looking heavy and so cold, like a funeral for every single story that we told. I wanna grab your jacket, I wanna lock the gate and tell the ticking clock that it's simply much too late. You should stay here where the shadows know your shape, from the secrets that we whispered to the dreams we couldn't drape. The coffee's still in the cupboard, your pillow's still on the bed. Don't trade this certain heaven for a maybe instead. I'm a house with all the windows broken out by the rain, and I'm begging for the person who can quiet down the pain. I saw you touch the table, the one we built together, before we knew that always was a change in the weather. Your hand lingered for a second, then you pulled it back so fast, like you were scared that if you stayed, the memory wouldn't last. But the cracks in the floorboards are the maps of where we've been, and I'm not ready for a world where I don't see you coming in. Is the out there really better than the right here in the dark? Is there a fire in the distance that's brighter than our spark? I'm a ghost in my own kitchen, I'm a wreck up on the shore, just a man who's never needed someone quite like this before. You should stay here where the shadows know your shape, from the secrets that we whispered to the dreams we couldn't drape. The coffee's still in the cupboard, your pillow's still on the bed. Don't trade this certain heaven for a maybe instead. I'm a house with all the windows broken out by the rain, and I'm begging for the person who can quiet down the pain. Just stay for the silence, just stay for the storm. The engine's cold and the night is long, and stay is the only word left in my song. I'm still stepping over the creak in the floor, the one that you hated, the one by the door. I still buy the bread that you like for your toast, even though I'm just breakfast in here with a ghost. I found your old hairbrush, a few golden strands, and I held them like diamonds in my shaking hands. And the missing is a physical turning, like a glass in my chest that I'm trying not to break. I'm a house with no roof in a midwinter storm, just a memory of when you were here to keep warm. I've memorized every shadow to the park where we carved out our names, but the tree has been cut like the end of our games. I sat on the stump and I waited for hours for a sign in the wind or the wilt of the flowers, but the world just kept moving, indifferent and fast. Well, I'm still a prisoner of the ghost of our past. Is there a place where the broken things go? A valley of always that I'll never know. I'm a letter with no stamp, a song with no key, just a version of us that's forgotten by me. And the missing is a physical terminal ache, like a glass in my chest that I'm trying not to break. I'm a house with no roof in a midwinter storm, just a memory of when you were here to keep warm. I've memorized every shadow and crack on the ceiling I stare at since you never came back. You never came You never came back. And the missing has turned into a permanent state. I'm finally learning to live with the weight. No more watching, no more looking for the track. Yeah, you never came back. The clock is still ticking, but the time has lost its way. I didn't see the warning or the turning of the gate. I was just making coffee, thinking of the rain, when I felt the sudden hollow of an unfamiliar pain. No shouting in the hallway, no crying in the hall, just the sound of every promise starting to feel small. The pain came quietly like a shadow on the wall. It didn't make a sound, it didn't even call. It just sat down beside me and it turned out all the lights and whispered all the nevers through the middle of the night. I was braced for a storm, for the crashing of the sea, but it was just a candle dying out inside of me. I saw your favorite sweater draped across the chair, and for a heartbeat I could almost feel you there. But the sun is getting thinner, it's slipping through my hands like the water through the fingers of a man who understands. There wasn't any lightning, there wasn't any fire, just the slow and heavy snapping of a silver wire. How can something so heavy feel so light and so thin? Like the way the winter air starts to settle on my skin. I'm a house with no windows, a book with no end, just a person who's forgotten how to even be a friend. The pain came quietly like a shadow on the wall. It didn't make a sound, it didn't even call. It just sat down beside me and it turned out all the lights and whispered didn't feel the moment that the forever stopped being real. No bang, no crash, just a flickering gray. In the quiet way, the us simply drifted away. The calendar stuck on a Tuesday in June. The sun was too bright for a world out of tune. I remember the shirt you were wearing that day, and the way that the light made your amber eyes stray. We were talking of maps and of places to go, while the clock on the wall was beginning to slow. Oh, that day was the end of the world, yes I knew it. I saw the crack in the glass, but I walked right through it. 1 minute we're laughing, the next we're just ghosts, toast in the shadows, and heartbreaking hosts. The sky didn't fall, and the earth didn't shake, but that day was the day that I started to break. I can still hear the sound of your keys on the wood, a finality there that I never understood. You didn't look back as you stepped to the street, leaving the us in a pile at my feet. Now I walk past the park where the hydrangeas bloom, and it feels like a museum, a beautiful tomb. If I could go back to the hour before and bolt every window and lock every door, would the sun stay suspended? Would time just freeze? Or would I still end up here on my knees? Oh, that day was the end of the world as I knew it. I saw the crack in the glass, but I walked right through it. 1 minute we're laughing, the next we're just ghosts, toast in the shadows, and heartbreaking hosts. The sky didn't fall, and the earth didn't shake, but that day was the day that I started to break. That day the coffee stayed hot on the stand. That day the world slipped right out of my hand. Just a date on a page, just a scar in the mind. The day that I left my whole future behind. I saw you reach out and pull back your hand, like you're walking on glass in a house made of sand. You're checking the shadows beneath both my eyes, looking for cracks in my hollow disguise. You're packing your life in the back of the car, and wondering if I'll survive where you are. But don't worry about me, I'm used to the cold. I've learned how to carry the stories we told. The house will be quiet, the garden will grow, and I'll find a rhythm in letting I told you I'm breaking. You never depart, and I won't let my anger hold back your heart. So don't worry about me. I'm used to the cold. I've learned how to carry the stories we told. The house will be quiet, the garden will grow, and I'll find a rhythm in letting you go. Go find your sunlight, go chase down your blue. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine without you. I'll be fine in the morning, I'll be fine in the rain. Just drive toward the horizon and don't look back. There's no need to worry about the things that I lack. The porch light is flickering, ready to quit, and I'm just a shadow sitting under it. I still leave a space for your keys by the door, but the wood doesn't remember your touch anymore. I found a stray button from your favorite coat, and it felt like a heavy, cold lump in my throat. I'm fine if you don't hear the way the house screams when I'm waking up shaking from half-finished dreams. I'm a letter that's folded and never been sent. I'm a heart that's still paying a love-starved rent. It's a hollowed-out bitter, a paper-thin strong, and I'm humming the notes to a dead-ended song. I went to the park where we carved out our names, but the rain washed the bark into gray muddy frames. The bench where we sat is now peeling and cold, like a secret that's simply been far too long told. I'm liking your photos from a screen in the dark while I'm shivering here in a shadowless park. It's fine, just the echo of a heart being shut is okay, just the salt on a soul-deep cut. I'm a map with no ink, I'm a sky with no blue, just a version of me that's still looking for you. I'm fine, just a glitch in the dark, still feeling the heat of a vanished spark. The moon is so heavy, the stars are so gray, and I'm still fine as you drift away. I woke up and reached for the phone on the stand, forgetting you're no longer holding my hand. The house is so quiet, it's ringing like lead, but I'm playing back every word that you said. I found myself pausing in the middle of the hall, waiting for a whisper or a soft distant call. And your voice is still on my mind, like a song, a melody showing me where I belong. It's the anchor that's dragging me under the deep. It's the secret I whisper whenever I sleep. I can't find the silence, I can't find the peace when the sound of your darling won't give me release. second I heard the soul of it, the way that you'd hum when you're lost in a thought, a ghost of a lesson that I haven't been taught. It's a frequency tuned to a station that's dead, static and honey inside of my head. They say that the pictures are what break your heart, but it's the sound of your breathing that tears me apart. I'm a hollowed out shell on a desolate shore, listening for footsteps that don't reach the door. And your voice is still on my mind, like a song, a melody showing me where I belong. It's the anchor that's dragging me under the deep. It's the secret I whisper whenever I sleep. I can't find the silence, I can't find the peace, when the sound of your darling won't give me release. It's still there in the rattle of the keys, and the way that the wind stutters through the trees. Your voice, just an echo in the hall. I'm still answering a ghost that didn't call at all. I was standing on the shoreline, waiting for your hand, but you were already drawing exits in the sand. I held my breath so tight, I thought I learned to fly, but you were just looking for a softer way to say goodbye. The keys are on the table, the shadows in the hall, and I'm just the aftershock of a long and lonely fall. You let me go like a kite with a broken string, like a winter heart forgetting how to sing. I was an anchor, but you wanted the sea, and you didn't even blink when you turned your back on me. Now I'm drifting in the quiet, in the empty, in the slow, still trying to understand how you let me go. I saw you in the city, just a blur across the street, and for a second my heart forgot it wasn't meant to be. You look so much lighter, like you'd shed a heavy skin, while I'm still wearing the ice that I'm drowning in. It's the casual way you traded always for none, leaving me to freeze beneath the cold and distant sun. Did it feel like a relief to let the fingers slip, to watch the water rising on a sinking silver ship? I would have fought the ghosts, I would have braved the fire, but I was the only one still walking on the wire. You let me go like a kite with a broken string, like a winter heart forgetting how to sing. I was an anchor, but heater on the setting that you liked, and I left the porch light burning through the night. I bought the groceries for two, just like I always do, setting the table for a ghost of me and you. The television's humming to a crowd of none, yet I was still smiling like the day wasn't done. I tell a joke and wait for you to catch the line, or pour a second glass of that expensive wine. I'd ask you how your day was, staring at your chair, talking to the silence like you were sitting there. It's funny how the mind can build a house of glass to keep the winter out and let the memories pass. I didn't know I was alone until the sun went down, and I couldn't hear your footsteps in our little town. I was living in a dream, I was dancing in the dark, still trying to find the heat inside a vanished spark. The truth hit me like a wave of ice and stone. I've been standing here for months, and I didn't know I was alone. It was the way the dust had settled on your favorite book. It was the hollow silver empty of your usual hook. The realization didn't break me with a scream, it just slowly pulled the stitches from a desperate dream. I didn't know I was alone until the sun went down, and I couldn't hear your footsteps in our little town. I was living in a dream, I was dancing in the dark, still trying to find the heat inside a vanished spark. The truth hit me like a wave of ice and stone. I've been standing here for months, and I didn't know I was alone. Alone in the kitchen, alone in the hall. I was waiting for a shadow that was never there at all. I finally looked in the mirror, and the only eyes I saw were my own. I didn't know, I really didn't know. I looked in the mirror and I saw your eyes staring back at me through a thin disguise. I'm wearing the colors that you said look best, while my own heart is starving inside of my chest. I've forgotten the songs that I used to sing before I made you my everything. I lost myself in you like a stone in the deep, giving you the secrets I was meant to keep. I erased every line, I blurred every edge, until I was standing on a crumbling ledge. Now the space where I was is a hollowed out blue, because I didn't save a piece of me that wasn't you. I've got your opinions and I've got your stride, but I've got no place left for me to hide. I traded my dreams for the ones that you chose. Now I'm just the garden where nothing else grows. I'm a map of your journeys, a ghost in your hall, waiting for a shadow that's no longer tall. Who was I before the us took over the silence in the kitchen is a physical weight, like a clock that's been frozen at 7:45. I've scrubbed every surface and I've painted the hall, but I can't wash your shadow off the bedroom wall. I'm still stepping over the creak in the floor where you stood for a second before the front door. I still feel that goodbye, like a cold, sharp blade cutting through every new memory I've made. It's the ghost in my lungs and the salt in my breath. It's the echo of every last word that you said. You walked out the door and you set yourself free, but that goodbye is still living inside of me. I saw your reflection in a shop window pane, and for one heartbeat I forgot all the rain. My hands started shaking, my breath caught a fire before I remembered the snap silver wire. It's the way that the air feels so thin and so blue, like a map of a city that's missing the you. They say time is a healer, a friend to the heart, but time is just tearing the stitches apart. I'm screaming at shadows, I'm fighting the wind, I'm losing a battle I never should have been in. How do I move when my feet are like leaded, and forever is just a ghost in my bed? Yeah, I still feel that goodbye, like a cold, sharp blade cutting through every new memory I've made. It's the ghost in my lungs and the salt in my breath. It's the echo of every last word that you said. You walked out the door and you set yourself free, but that goodbye is still living inside of me. I still feel it in the rattle of the keys. I still feel it in the shiver of the trees. It's not just a memory, it's a part of my skin, where the goodbye ends and the empty begins. I still hear your voice in the quiet at night, like a ghost in the walls, never fading from sight. Your shadow still dances where we used to stand. Now I'm reaching for someone I can't understand. Pictures still hang, but they're losing their hue. Every memory bleeds in the shades without you. I try to hold on, but you slipped on my hands like a whisper of love I could never command. And I keep replaying every word you said, but they're breaking me down in my head. We faded into nothing, like stars before dawn. us. We were fire and feeling, now just a bluff. We faded into nothing, and nothing's enough. Your side of the bed's like a cold empty space, a reminder of love that time can't replace. I trace all the lines where your fingers once lay, but they vanished like you at the end of the day. I was building a world with your name in the sky, and now I'm watching it fall while I'm asking you why. Was I just a moment you needed to breathe, or a story you wrote just to leave? Now I'm drowning in words I'll never send, trying to find where we ended. We faded into nothing, like stars before dawn, burned out in the silence. Now everything's gone. I gave you my heartbeat, you turned it to dust. Now I'm lost in the echoes of what was us. We were fire and feeling, now just a bluff. We faded into nothing, and nothing's enough. If love is a lie, why am I in the dark, still holding the pieces of a shattered heart? You said forever like it meant something real. Now forever's just something I'll never feel. And I still call your name in my sleep, but you're already too far from me. We faded into nothing, no trace left behind, just scars in the places you once intertwined. I gave you my soul, every piece, every part. Now I'm stuck with the ruins you left in my heart. We were everything once, now it's all just a bluff. We faded into nothing, and nothing's enough. Now I'm just a memory you'll never recall, while I'm here holding on to it all. You walked in like a quiet light, soft enough to heal my nights. Every broken piece in me found a place where it could breathe. I didn't know love could feel this way, like the pain just slipped away. In your arms I felt complete, like my heart finally found its beat. But I was scared of losing you, even when you said I won't. You're my special, don't you see? You were everything to me. Every dream I ever had was wrapped inside the love we had. Now I'm standing here alone, talking to a silent phone. If forever slipped away, why did you call me? You're always. I still wear your favorite smile, even though it's been a while. Trying hard to hide the pain, but your name falls like the rain. Every street, every place still remembers your embrace. And I'm stuck between goodbye and the tears I can't deny. You promised me we'd never break, but promises can fade. You're my special, don't you see? You were everything to me. Every dream I ever had was wrapped inside the love we had. Now I'm standing here alone, talking to outgrew, or a love you never really knew. 'Cause I'm still here holding on to a feeling that's already gone. And I still whisper your name at night, hoping somehow you're alright. You're my special that won't change, even if we're worlds away. Even if you've let me go, you're the only love I know. I gave you every part of me. Now I'm lost in what used to be. If loving you's my only truth, then I'll keep loving without you. You're my special, you'll always be. Even if you're not with me. The night won't end, it just stays the same. Your echoes whispering my name. I turn around, but you're not there. Just empty walls and silent air. Your picture's fading on my phone, but somehow I still feel you close. Like every breath I try to take still carries all my old mistakes. I try to sleep, but I just fall apart. 'Cause you're still living in my heart. These tears won't stop falling down like rain that's never touching ground. I'm drowning in what we used to be, in every broken memory. I try to smile, I try to cope, but I'm just hanging on to hope that maybe you'll come back somehow. But these tears won't stop, not now. Your sweater still smells like you. I hold it close like I used to do, pretending that you never left. But lies can't bring back what we had. I hear you laugh inside my mind. It plays on loop, it's so unkind. 'Cause every time I think I'm okay, it pulls me back into the pain. They say that time will make it fade, but time just shows the mess we made. These tears won't stop falling down like rain that's never touching ground. I'm drowning in what we used to be, in every broken memory. I try to smile, I try to cope, but I'm just hanging on to hope that maybe you'll come back somehow. But these tears won't stop, not now. If love was real, then why'd it break? Why give a heart just to take? I'd trade tomorrow just to feel one more moment that was real. And I still call your name in the dark, like you'll come heal this shattered heart. These tears won't stop, they just keep falling. Through every night I hear you calling. I'm lost inside a love gone wrong, trying to find where I belong. I gave you everything I had, the good, the broken, all the bad. If letting go is what I've got, then why these tears won't stop? They won't stop. gone, they go on and on. I still buy the tea that only you drink. It sits in the cupboard. It helps me to think that you're just in the garden or out for a walk. That any minute now we're gonna sit down and talk. I'm moving through rooms like a ghost in the hall, avoiding the shadows that lean on the wall. I've mastered the art of the I'm doing fine while I'm drowning in silence, 1 inch at a time. They say that the scream is the loudest of pains, but it's the not hearing you that's breaking my veins. It's a hollow core hunger, a slow burning spark, just me and the static alone in the dark. And I'm quietly breaking, I'm quietly torn in the space between us and the never again morn. I'm not making a scene, I'm not crying out loud, I'm just a small vapor lost in a cloud. Every breath is a question, every heartbeat a why. I'm missing you under a perfectly blue sky. No thunder, no lightning, just a heart turned to stone. I'm quietly missing you all on my own. I saw your reflection in a shop window pane, but it was just a stranger avoiding the rain. I reached for my phone to tell you the joke, then I felt the cold truth like a heavy black cloak. It's the almost that kill me, the could have beens too. The way that the sunlight reminds me of you. I'm folding your laundry, I'm clearing the tray, just performing the ghost of a yesterday. If I shout to the heavens, will the stars bring you back, or just highlight the pieces of the life that I lack? I'm a slow motion wreck, I'm a ship out at sea, waiting for someone to come rescue me. But the shore is so far and the water's so deep, and I have these promises I'm forced to keep. Can you hear it? The sound of me losing you. Missing you quietly. There's a quiet in the space you left, like a breath I haven't taken yet. Everywhere we never got to say echoes louder now you're gone away. I trace your name in the dust of time on every dream I thought was mine. But all that's left is a fragile ghost of the love I miss the most. I scream inside, but no one hears. It's just me and all these tears. In the silence of my tears, I'm still calling you my dear. Every drop falls with your name, but nothing brings you back again. I'm breaking where no one can see, drowning in your memory. If love survives through then somehow you might return. But hope's a fire that only burns. They say the pain will disappear, but it's louder every year. In the silence of my tears, I'm still calling you my dear. Every drop falls with your name, but nothing brings you back again. I'm breaking where no one can see, drowning in your memory. If love survives through all these years, why am I lost in the silence of my tears? If I could turn back time somehow, I'd hold you closer than I knew how. I'd fix the cracks, I'd stay, I'd fight, just to keep us both alive. But now I'm just a voice you'll never hear, a heart still beating through the fear. In the silence of my tears, I've been waiting all these years. Every night I fall apart with your absence in my heart. I gave you more than I could bear. Now you're gone and I'm still here. If love was meant to conquer fears, why am I alone in the silence of my tears? There's a quiet I can't escape, where your love and mine just fade. In the silence of my tears. There's a quiet I can't escape, where your love and mine just fade. In the silence of my tears. The night is heavy on my chest. Every breath feels like a test. Your side of the bed's still cold, but I can't let your memory go. The clock keeps ticking way too loud, like it's screaming through the doubt. Every second pulls me deep into promises we couldn't keep. I try to tell myself I'm fine, but I'm breaking every time. I don't wanna be alone tonight. Don't wanna face this empty life. I still reach for you in the dark. We're shaking hands and a shattered heart. If you're gone, then what am I? Just a tear I can't deny. If loving you is all I've known, I don't wanna be alone. Your name still lingers on my lips, like a prayer I can't forget. Every song reminds me why I'm still learning how to cry. I walk the streets we used to know, but now I'm just a shadow, looking for a trace of you in everything I try to do. They say I'll find my way somehow, but I just need you right now. I don't wanna be alone tonight. Don't wanna face this empty life. I still reach for you in the dark. We're shaking hands and a shattered heart. If you're gone, then what am I? Just a tear I can't deny. If loving you is all I've known, I don't voice in my mind, saying everything will be alright. I don't wanna be alone tonight, don't wanna give up on this fight. Even if you let me go, my heart just doesn't know if I have to learn to move on. And tell me where you've gone, 'cause without you I'm just a tone that echoes all alone. I don't wanna be alone, but you're already gone. The rain still taps like your quiet goodbye on the broken glass of a long lost sky. I keep your name in the back of my mind, like a wound that never learns to dry. Your shadow stays on the bedroom wall, even after midnight. After it all, I turn around when the wind gets cold, hoping somehow you'll return to hold. But the moon just watches me fall apart, and your silence settles into my heart. Tender shadows drift through the ache of me, soft little ghosts of what used to be. They touch my soul then fade away, like your last words at the edge of day. I'm still standing where you left me behind, holding the pieces you couldn't find. And every tear that I can't resist falls with the tender shadows drift. I still see your smile in the pale street lights, still hear your voice in the deepest night. Your sweater lies where the lonely grows, wrapped in a love that nobody knows. We were a song with a beautiful start, now just a whisper in a shattered heart. How did forever become so thin, like a door you close and don't open again? I call your name in the dark sometimes, but only the empty answers back to mine. Tender shadows drift through the ache of me, soft little ghosts of what used to be. They touch my soul then fade away, like your last words at the edge of day. I'm still standing where you left me behind, holding the pieces you couldn't find. And every tear that I can't resist falls with the tender shadows drift. If love could mend what love has torn, I'd still be yours from dusk to dawn. But every road that leads to you ends in a memory bleeding through. So I'll let the sorrow softly bloom, like faded light in an empty room. And maybe one day I'll exist beyond these tender shadows drifting. Tender shadows drift, but they don't stay. Just like the love that slipped away, I reach for you through a silver haze, lost in the ashes of our days. I loved you deep, I loved you true, and now I live with losing you. Still every broken breath persists with tender shadows drift. So let the night keep your memory, let the dark be gentle with me, till my heart learns how to lift past the tender shadows drift. trellis and stares through the glass, watching the hours and the heartaches pass. I keep the TV on just for the noise, to drown out the ghost of your laugh and your voice. I pull the duvet tight to my chin, but I can't keep the cold of the memory from getting in. And I cry every night till the stars turn to gray, washing the ghost of your touch all away. It's a ritual now, this salt and this sting, the price that I pay for a broken off wing. I'm a river of sorrow in a desert of sheets, just a heart that's forgotten its own steady beats. I found your old hoodie, the one with the tear. I held it so close just to feel you were there, but the scent is fading, it's slipping away like the light at the end of a long winter day. I'm a house with no candles, a book with no one, just a stranger to someone I call my best friend. They say that the morning will bring a new start, but the morning just highlights the cracks in my heart. I'm tired of the ceiling, I'm tired of the light that forces me out of the safety of night. And I cry every night till the stars turn to gray, washing the ghost of your touch all away. It's a ritual now, the salt and the sting, the price that I pay for a broken off wing. I'm a river of sorrow in a desert of sheets, just a heart that's forgotten its own steady beats. Every night it's the same old routine, the loneliest movie that I've ever seen. Just the tears and the pillow and the shadow of us on the wall. I'm still waiting for the morning to call. The lights are low, but it still feels bright, with the shape of you in the edge of my sight. Every room in this house knows your name, and every little thing still feels the same. Your favorite song keeps playing in my head, I hear your laughter in the silence instead. I try to be strong, try to be okay, but some goodbyes just don't fade away. Everybody says I'll heal in time, but they never knew you were my life. I'm not ready to watch you disappear, to turn the love we had into a tear. I'm not ready to let this dream die. I'll learn how to live with the half-empty sky. You're still the reason my heart still breaks, still the wound that every morning makes. If I have to learn to be without you, I'm not ready, I'm not ready to. There's a dent in the bed where you used to lie, and I reach for you before I realize that all I'm holding is an empty space, a ghost of the smile on your face. I keep your messages like little prayers, like saving them somehow means you're still there. But the truth sits heavy, cold and true. I was never prepared to lose you, and every night I fall apart, keep you in my heart. I'm not ready to watch you disappear, to turn the love we had into a tear. I'm not ready to let this dream die. I'll learn how to live with a half-empty sky. You're still the reason my heart still breaks, still the wound that every morning makes. If I have to learn to be without you, I'm not ready, I'm not ready to. Maybe someday I'll say your name without feeling like I'm losing again. Maybe someday I'll finally breathe without your memory haunting me. But tonight I'm just a falling rain, a love still living inside the pain. And if healing means I have to go, I'm not ready to let you go. I'm not ready to watch you disappear, to make forever turn into fear. I'm not ready to face the dawn when every piece of us is gone. You're still the ache I can't erase, still the tears I can't replace. If moving on means losing you, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to. No, I'm not ready. Not ready to lose you. Not ready at all. We carved our names in borrowed time, swore your forever would be mine. Your hand in mine felt so complete, like every broken part could finally breathe. We talked about a life ahead, all the dreams we softly said, but promises turned into dust. Somewhere between love and losing us, I held on tight, you let it slip. Now I'm drowning in the words you didn't give. I thought forever meant you'd stay, through every storm you wouldn't fade away. But forever turned into just one night, a fading star in a broken sky. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of us two, still holding on to what we knew. And every heartbeat feels so sore, 'cause I thought forever meant more. Your voice still lingers in my mind, like a melody I can't rewind. I see your face in crowded streets, but it's never really you I meet. Your jacket's still here by my side, I wear it just to feel you close at night. But warmth can't fix what time erased, or fill the emptiness you left in place. I try to move, but I'm still there, lost in a love that disappeared. I thought forever meant you'd stay, through every storm you wouldn't fade away. But forever turned into just one night, a fading star in a broken sky. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of us two, still holding on to what we knew. And every heartbeat feels so sore, 'cause I thought forever survive the pain. It slipped away like summer rain. Now I'm alone with what's left of you. 1,000 dreams that won't come true, and every tear hits like before. 'Cause I thought forever meant more. So I'll let your memory slowly sever, but I'll